Hi friends, I welcome you all at RBI Grade B. In our previous lecture, we have covered various and important schemes from this Ministry of Labour and Employment. And in this video lecture, we will discuss a multiple choice question which is based upon the schemes from Ministry of Labour and Employment. So let's start with this first question. Our first question is, which of the following statement about employee state insurance scheme is true? Which of the following statement about this employee state insurance scheme is true? It comes in 1958. It is applicable on or to organization with 10 or more employees and they are drawing a salary up to 21,000, and it is not applicable for seasonal factory, or both B and C are true. So friends, first of all, its answer will be D. Let's see some important point about this employee state insurance scheme. First, friends, this employee state insurance scheme of India is a multi-dimensional social security scheme, and it is tailored to provide a socio-economic protection to the employee in the organized sector against the event of sickness, maternity, disablement, and death due to employment injury, and to provide medical care to insured employee in their family. So it is an insurance scheme. It covers the social protection, or it gives the health benefit to the employee in the organized sector, right? Its objective, first of all, it comes in, or it defined in Employee State Insurance Act 1948. So this answer, that is 1958, is wrong. Second, this ESI scheme is administered by the statutory corporate body called the Employee State Insurance Corporation. So this scheme is administered by the statutory corporate body that is called as Employee State Insurance Corporation, and which has a member representative from employer, employee, central government, state government, medical professions, and the honorable members of the parliament. And Director General is the Chief Executive Officer of the corporation and also ex officio member. Funding, the ESI scheme is a self-financing scheme. The ESI funds are primarily built out of the contribution from the employer and employee, payable monthly at fixed percentage of wage paid. The state government also bear 1/8 share of the total cost of the medical benefit. I mean to say, if any person is earning 15,000 rupees per month, then certain share from this 15,000 of rupees will be contributed to this fund, that is ESI fund. Same proportion or same amount is also contributed by the employer, and in the case of the state, 1/8 share will also be borne by the state government at the cost of the benefit. Now, it is applicable to the ESI Act 1948 applied to the organization which has 10 or more employees and they are drawing salary more than 21,000. This is important. It was in our option that it is not applicable to seasonal factories engaged in the pursuit of the blending, packing, repacking tea, coffee and other processes notified by the government. Contribution, the rate of contribution is 4% of the wage, with the employer share being 3.25% and employee share is 0.75%. So it is not contributed equally from both the employer and employer. The employer share is 2.5% and employee share is 0.75%. So this is important point you can note from here. And the Government of India through Ministry of Labour and Employment decide the rate of contribution under the ESI Act. So this rate is not fixed. It is decided by the Government of India. Now, in our question, this was the answer, that it was come into 1958. So friend, it was not coming into 1958. First of all, ESI Act was come into 1948. So after the 4 years of this act, the scheme was inaugurated in Kanpur on 4th February 1952 by the then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. So it was launched in 1952. It was not launched in 1958, right? So, and it was launched on the 24th February, and this day is also celebrated as the foundation day of this ESIC, right? So this scheme was launched on that day. Now our second question is, which of the following is true for getting benefit under this Prime Minister Rozgar Protsahan Yojana? Friends, it is very important scheme, and we have covered almost all the point under this scheme from where a question can be framed by the RBI or SEBI. So your options are, all the organizations which have 100 and more employees can apply for this scheme. To avail benefit under the scheme, the new employee must be earning up to 15,000 per month, or employee should have an UN or none of the above. First of all, its answer will be B. It is asking for that which of the option is true. So the option B is true. To avail the benefits under the scheme, the new employee must be earning up to 15,000 per month. Now we'll see. It was launched in 2016. Its objective are to incentivize employer for generation of new employment, that is 8.33% is contributed by the government for the new generation. Eligibility, the establishment registered with Employee Provident Fund organization can apply for availing benefit under the scheme. Established registered with EPO having a labor identification number, and this is the most important point, the eligible employer must have added new employee to his establishment. To avail benefit under the scheme, the new employee must be earning 15,000 rupees per month. So this was our in our option. It should not have UN, it should have a labor identification number, that is known as LIN. And all the organizations which have 100 and more employee, no, there is no any option that so our option for this scheme is correct. Option B is only the correct option for this question. And now our third question is, consider the statement about this Atal Bimit Vyakti Kalyan Yojana. There are two statements and there are the options. So you have to identify based upon these statements which of the option is right. First, it will be implemented by the Employee State Insurance Corporation, and the person who have less than 2 years of contributory services is eligible for the scheme. So which of the following is or are options are true? So friends, only option 1 is true, option 2 is not true. Let's see. It was launched in 1st July 2018 and extended up to 31st December 2020. Thereafter, the scheme will be available with original eligibility condition during the period that is 1st of January to 36th of June. Now eligibility. Insured person should have rendered unemployed during the period relief is claimed. Insured person should have been insurable amount for a minimum period of 2 years immediately after his/her employment. Insured person should have contributed not less than 78 days during each of the preceding 4 contribution period. I mean to say that if any person is working 2 years, from 2 years in any organization, so its contribution, minimum contribution to this scheme should be 78 days in the preceding 4 contributions. The contingency of the unemployment should not have been as a result of any punishment. It means किसी को उस कंपनी से निकाला नहीं गया हो या उसको छोड़ा नहीं गया हो या उसको VRS वगैरह नहीं दिया गया हो, then they are eligible. नाउ व्हाट आर द केसेस फॉर नॉन एलिजिबिलिटी? अटल बीमित व्यक्ति कल्याण योजना के केस में अगर किसी की सर्विसेज 2 years ऑफ कॉन्ट्रीब्यूटरी सर्विसेज से कम है तो वो इसके लिए एलिजिबल नहीं होगा। ये हमारे ऑप्शन बी में दिया हुआ था, इसलिए हमारा जो ऑप्शन बी है वो ठीक नहीं है, इट इज रॉन्ग। और क्या क्या कंडीशन है? ऑन अटेनिंग द एज ऑफ सुपर एनुएशन, अगर वो रिटायरिंग एज पे पहुंच गया है देन ही विल नॉट बी एलिजिबल। अगर वो किसी भी अनडिसिप्लिन एंड अनएक्सेप्टेबल बिहेवियर की वजह से निकाला गया हो तो एलिजिबल नहीं है। ऑन बीइंग रिटायर्ड एम्प्लॉई एल्सवेयर एट द टाइम ही इज और बीन अप्लाइड फॉर रिलीफ एंड वॉलंटरीली और परमानेंट रिटायरमेंट, वीआरएस वगैरह लिया हो तब भी वो इस केस में एलिजिबल नहीं है। उसके बाद अगर डेथ हो जाती है इंश्योर्ड पर्सन की तो भी वो एलिजिबल नहीं है। एंड इट इज इम्प्लीमेंट बाय द स्टेट इंश्योरेंस कॉर्पोरेशन, तो देखो ये ऑप्शन में था कि ये ESIC से ही इंप्लीमेंट हो रही है। So friends, all the options were correct except the option B. Now the fourth question, consider the statement about this PM Shram Yogi Mandhan Yojana. The first statement is each subscriber under the Prime Minister PM Shram Yogi Mandhan Yojana receive a minimum assured pension of 5,000 per month after attaining the age of 60 years. Person from organized as well as unorganized sector can apply for this scheme. Now you have to identify that which of the following or which options are true. First of all, its answer will be C. Which of the following is true? Actually its answer will be D. Why? Because none of the option is true. Why? Let's see some important point about this scheme. It was launched in 2019. Its entry age is 18 to 40 years. It is for protection of the unorganized workers. So it means it is not for the organized worker, it is for the organized worker. So this option is not true. And the minimum pension, assured pension is 3,000. It is not 5,000. So both the options are wrong. So the only option that is D, none of the above options are true. Let's see some important point about this scheme. It is a family pension. After the death of the person, 50% pension will be received by the spouse. If beneficiary has given regular contribution and died due to any cause, his or spouse will be entitled to join and continue the scheme. जो spouse है उसको continue कर सकता है. And who are not eligible, the person who are engaged in unorganized sector एंड जो EPF और NPS और ESIC के मेंबर हैं और इनकम टैक्स पे करते हैं तो वो लोग जो हैं वो इस स्कीम के लिए एलिजिबल नहीं है। नाउ फिफ्थ क्वेश्चन इज कंसीडर द स्टेटमेंट अबाउट द नेशनल पेंशन स्कीम फॉर ट्रेडर एंड सेल्फ एम्प्लॉय पर्सन। दीज आर द स्टेटमेंट। एप्लीकेंट शुड नॉट बी बिलो 21 years फॉर getting benefit of this scheme. Applicant should not below the 21 years. Annual turnover should not exceed 1.5 crore and GSTIN is required only for those with turnover of rupees 50 lakh. So first of all, its answer will be D. Under this, any of the option is not true. Why? It was also launched in 2019. The applicants between the age group of 18 to 14 years and the minimum and maximum contribution can vary between these 55 to 2000 per month. So entry age 80 to 40 years. It is not for 21 years, right? 18 to 40 years का कोई भी बंदा इस स्कीम को जाके एप्लीकेशन दे सकता है इस स्कीम के लिए। और इसमें क्या है, जो कवर नहीं होंगे तो अंडर दिस स्कीम, नेशनल पेंशन स्कीम contributed by the central government or member of EPFO, NPS or ESIC is not covered under this scheme. And income taxpayer and the person who have enrolled for this Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandhan Yojana or Pradhan Mantri Kisan Mandhan Yojana, it is administered by the Ministry of Labour and Employment and the Ministry of Agriculture respectively, will not be eligible for this scheme. भाई अगर आप यहाँ पर बेनिफिट ले रहे हो तो आपको यहाँ बेनिफिट नहीं देगा, सिंपल सी बात है। सो इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि जो ऑप्शन डी है वो आपका सही है, क्योंकि बाकी सारी कंडीशन में ये 18 to 14 है और इसका जो एलिजिबिलिटी है वो मैंने आपको बता दी कि इसकी जो एनुअल टर्नओवर है वो 1.5 करोड़ से ज़्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए और जीएसटी है वो रिक्वायर्ड है अगर उसका टर्नओवर 40 लाख से ऊपर है। So friends, this was the 5 questions which I have discussed with you today. So friends, these are our star performers. They have performed in RBI Grade B 2020 exam. And these are the courses which we are offering to you. We are offering CB Grade A course at ₹2499. You can purchase our combo course for RBI Grade B and CB Grade A at ₹2499. For more update, you can visit our website, that is www.crackgradeb.com. Under this RBI Grade B course, we are covering all this topic in our course. So friends, till then, thank you and happy learning. और मैं इसके बाद जो है मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फाइनेंस पर गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स को डिस्कस करूंगा और जल्दी ही वीडियो को अपलोड करूंगा. थैंक यू एंड हैप्पी लर्निंग. पढ़ते रहिए, मेहनत करते रहिए.